This is my living room in the basement here. As you can see, here's the basement, and it's quite a big living room here. Okay, and what I intend to do is to install tiles on this concrete floor. That's a slab, and it's very flat and very good condition actually, no crack. And this is the tile I would like to install. These tiles are 18 by 18 inch. Okay, but what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about a trowel that I purchased online that I would like to use here. It's going to make the work very easy for do-it-yourself. So just what I want to talk about today. So these trowels I just received today. There are two sets that I purchased. One of them, it's called the super spreader. Okay, it's actually two-part super spreader, and it's equivalent to 1/2 inch spreader that you use usually for tiles that are bigger than 12 inch and smaller than 18 inch. Okay, it's also come with a ski set. Okay, so that is a set of two, as you can see here, and this is the extreme spreader. Okay, that you can see also come with a set of ski set. Okay, and as you can see here, it's also a two-part, and it's actually equivalent to a 3/4 inch spreader that you use for tiles bigger than 18 inch. Okay, but I'm going to concentrate on this spreader. Okay, it's called the super spreader, to actually install my 18 inch by 18 inch tiles. It's also come with bolts and nuts that you should put them together. Okay, you put them together and adjust them. As you can see, you have a hole here. You can see this hole. You can move it and you can get it bigger or smaller as you wish, until 18 inch with no problems. Okay, so that's what I want to show you. I want to show you how I'm going to use these tools in order to spread thinset on my floor here to actually achieve a faster and better quality job. So if I take this super spreader here, you can see here there are a small hole. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. That's supposed to be that you can bend it. Okay, and what I'm doing here, I'm actually bending it, and that is not that difficult. It's a little bit, you need to apply a little bit of power here. Okay, and you can see I bend it 90 degrees here, almost 90 degrees. Okay, so here it is. You bend it and you have one bending super spreader. Now you have to do the same here. Okay, to the second one, and then you actually adjust it to the size of the tile. So let me show you how. So the first thing you see, I have here two pieces, okay, that I bend. Okay, and what I'm doing really, I'm actually can adjust it. You see there are holes here, okay, and you can see the holes, they're moving here, and that's the way this super spreader trowel, okay, is being adjusted. So the first thing I will do, I will take this super spreader and I'm actually going to stretch it, adjust it to the size of the tile here. Okay, you can see almost 18 inch exactly. Okay, and then I'm going to use these bolts and nuts, okay, in order to lock it to its position. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to move it until I can see the hole. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to put the first nut here. Okay, so I can actually go and use it, put the bolt inside, and then I'm going to use the nuts to secure it. Okay, so that's what I did now. If you look at it, you can see from here the way it looks with the bolt here, okay, and the nut is in the back. Okay, so one is not enough, you need to put at least two. Okay, so This is the second one. Put it inside. Really need to screw it. So taking the other bolt and I just screw it, it's already in. And I put the nuts here in the back. So you can see here I'm just putting the bolt, and if you look at it from close distance you can see the way it's looked from here and the way it's looked from here. Okay, and you can see it's exactly on each other. You see there is no gap, nothing. It's like a one piece. So that's what they're all doing. They're all actually putting them together, which just can look like a one piece. And now you can see that the length of this, it's exactly the size of the tiles, give and take 1/8 of an inch, which is good because you really don't want to put it too much so outside, because you need to clean it for the spacer. So that is excellent. It worked for me perfectly. So that's so easy to make it, but just now we want to see if it's worked really. That's the way it's looked from a close distance. You can see here. Okay, it's exactly the size of this tile, which is 18 inch. So you really need to have a strategy when you install these tiles using these super spreader tools. And I give an example here, okay? You can do it the way you want to do it, but I thought about this strategy, okay? Let's say the tiles here in the left side, this row, okay, already been installed. This row is not installed and this one is not installed, which means you just want to install now this row, okay? I'm going to remove this middle row, okay? So here what I did, I removed the 3 tiles from the center, and the space is really, it's the size of a tile plus 3/16 from this size and 3/16 from this size. Okay, that's going to be the space between the tile, which is 3/16. So remember, you don't want to put thinset where is the space between the tile, then you need to clean it. Okay, so that is another benefit of these tools. Here what I did, I put this super spreader between these tiles, and remember there is a very small gap here. You can see it, it's very, very small. That is the 3/16, okay? And that needed for the space between the tiles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide this super spreader with the thinset. I'm going to actually put thinset here, quite a bit of thinset, and then I'm going to move it, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, but now you can use another tool called the ski set, which is give to this super spreader an ability to slide better, but you really don't need to use it if you don't want to use it. But let me show you how I can use it in order to slide better this super spreader on this space. So this is the set of the ski set, okay, that you can see here. There are 2 of them coming with these tools, okay, with the super spreader. And what I need to do now, I need to take it and 90 degrees bend it. It's not difficult. You can see what I'm doing here, and you have to be very careful here, you know, that can be sharp. So slowly but surely put it at 90 degrees. Okay, so that one, and this is the second one. So I bend both of them, it's 90 degrees, that's a little bit more. So now we have these 2 bended 90 degrees, and we're going to install them there on the super spreader. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the set ski here, okay? If you look here, you can see there are 2 holes, okay? That actually, you can actually attach this ski or this slider, okay, to this super spreader, okay? So the way of doing it, you know, I'm going to put it here between the tiles, okay? These tiles is going to be like a reference, okay? For me, it's really a reference, and this one is a reference. And now I'm going to take this bolt, okay, there is a bolt and nuts that's coming with this tool, okay, and I'm going to put it well, okay, quite tight, okay, because I don't want it to move. And here is the other one here. So what's nice with the slider, when it slides, if there is any area that is actually lower, you'll put more thinset to it, okay? But my slab is really flat, completely flat. I just make sure of it. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. I'm going to take this ski set, put it here, and put the bolt here and the nuts. So now you really can slide it easily on top of these tiles. You can see here with no problem. It can be slide and it's actually level also. So this is another feature of this super spreader, and I can show you from here the way it's look. If you look at it, okay, that's the way it's look really. And from here it's look like that. So you know what, if it's work properly, it's really going to short the job, and you know you're not going to break your back here spreading a thinset. It make the job so easy that everybody can do it. So let's see if it works. So this is my basement here, and we're actually going to install the tiles now. We're going to use this super spreader here that you can see here. Let me show you here from close proximity. That's the super spreader that we already built, okay? And what you're seeing here, we already put the tile here. None of them actually have thinset inside. It's not really installed, but I just put it with laser. We use a laser here to put it straight. Okay, so this is the center. We're going to start from the center here, using the spreader, the super spreader, in order to spread the thinset and put the thinset here. So here we start using this tool first time, and we just putting thinset there, quite a bit amount of thinset on the concrete, and we start back buttering the concrete here, as you can see with thinset. So here is the first time we're starting to spread the thinset using these tools. We didn't put enough thinset, so we have issue here. We're going to correct it very soon. So here we correct ourselves. We just put more thinset and we are going to spread it, as you can see. So here you can see on the right side there is not enough thinset, and here we correct it by adding more thinset to the super spreader. So we already put these two tiles, as you can see here, after back buttering these two tiles, and we use the tile leveling system here, as you can see. So this is an excellent result using the super spreader. It's really work, and after a little bit of working with it, you become kind of an expert, as you can see here, with no really problem whatsoever. This is another angle to see how nicely is this thinset spread on the concrete floor. So here we are back buttering the tile. So here you can see the two tiles we already installed. We're using tile leveling systems, and as you can see there is no really thinset between the space here. It looks like almost a perfect job. So this is the way it looks from another angle. This is equivalent to half an inch trowel here, and you can see, if you look carefully, you can see from both sides there is a half an inch space. There is no thinset on it, and that's in purpose because you really don't want thinset between the tile spaces. So we already put the clips of the tile level system here, as you can see, and now we are going to put the tile after we bake better the tile. So we're putting the tiles and then we slightly pushing down and then we push it left and right in order to spread the thin set evenly on the back of the tile. So this is the way it's looked, and until now we installed 3 tiles that took us 3 minutes. Now, how long it will take you to do it with a normal trowel? So that's the way it looks so far. We already installed 3 tiles and we going to install another 2 tiles here in this thin set here, the spreading thin set, and it took us probably less than 10 minutes to master these tools to our benefit, as you can see. Back battering the tiles before installation. So here's another angle to show you how it's looked after we spread thin set using the super spreader. So we're also using a laser here to be sure that we are very accurately installing these tiles. You can see this laser is aiming to 2 points. One point is here where you see the screw here, okay, and one point is to where the other screw there. You don't see it, but I'll show you. But you can see this really best laser for tile. It's Bosch. I bought it from Amazon. Excellent, okay. So if you look carefully, you can see the red laser on the right side of the super spreader here. So here I'm going to use a stick to show you that the laser aiming exactly to the right side of the tile here. You can see exactly on the tile side. And here is the laser tool. And that's what the super spreader does for us. It's really make the work very easy and very accurate. I really like these tools. So now I'm putting the clip of the tile leveling system, as you can see. Now we're going to put the tile left direction, you can see it, direction of the tile. That's another very important. Then we're going to put these, okay, very easy to put here, the spacer, you can see the spacer here. You have to put another spacer there. So that's it, we put the 2 spacers here, everything going good. So we already finished 1 row, and now what we are doing the second row, we decided to first back battering the floor, just make sure that the thin set stick to the slab, and then adding thin set and spread it. It's more safe like that. And now we are putting more thin set to the super spreader. You can avoid the back battering the floor, but we think it's better and safer to do it like that. You can see the amount of thin set we're putting here in a super spreader. We try to put it evenly as much as we can. So look for yourself how nice it looks. So again, we back batter the floor. That is the techniques we use. We first back batter the floor and then we spread the thin set. So we are putting more thin set on the corners of the super spreader just to make sure it's spread evenly. And guess what? Everybody can do it. It's a do-it-yourself job here. Don't need to be an expert at all in tiles here. Just need to make sure that there is no leakage here, there is a straight line. And believe me or not, you can do it yourself here for sure. So look at that. Here we continue to spread and we went too fast, so you can see what happened here. When you're going too fast. We're actually missing, so we're going to put a little bit here. It's no big deal. And here are 3 tiles, back battering waiting to be installed. We already spread thinset for 3 tiles, but we are continuing spreading thinset as we gaining more control on this super spreader. And as you can see, we make a back battering the floor. We think it's better. It's not necessary, but we think it's better. That's the way it's look until now. Look at that, how nice and beautiful it is. So now we feel more comfortable with the super spreader, so we continue to spread the thinset as you can see. Excellent. So now we're going to put the tiles here. You know the tile that we're going to put. Okay? Remember, this tile has direction, so you can see here we actually mark. We're going to make a arrow here where it should go. You can see the arrow here, okay? Okay, all of them have a direction and we have to follow the direction. We put the second one now, okay, and we just put the spacer, very important, the self-leveling spacer here. So this is the thinset we are using, the ultralight Mortar Pro from Mapei. Thinset works excellent. It's fully modified, which means I have a lot of polymer, and it's working excellent with the large tiles. So we already installed 20 tiles here. We are very happy with the super spreader. It's quick and easy. I'm going to publish more video regarding how I'm doing it. Thank you for watching this video.